Hi, Rose against me today. Today is a very, very sad day. I want to tell you guys right now, I'm prepared to tell you guys, my cat passed away today. I am smoking nice big ass cigars and a big ass cigar for life, so if I seem a little bit off, I'm very upset right now. My cat passed away today. Tuffy, or Ruru, or Boo Boo, whatever you want to call him, he passed away today. November 16th, 2016, I've had him since I was 6. It's a very, very sad day for the Smoking SC77 family. Just a couple years ago, we lost our cat to a coyote. Our cat, Nicky, he got taken by a coyote a couple years ago, August 30th, 2014. And basically now we have lost another pet. Car going by, one sec. I really hate these damn cars going by. Yes. Tuffy passed away today. So basically what happened was my dad was like, okay, well, I want to start off by saying, before I get into the details of it, we have known for a long time now that he's in the beginning stage of dying. So with Tuffy, he was over 19 and a half, and basically we knew this day was coming very soon. Basically, I got Tuffy when I was 6 years old, and he was, for almost his entire life, a indoor-outdoor cat. We always grew up with indoor-outdoor cats. We're always aware there's a risk, involved with indoor-outdoor cats. And Tuffy actually got lost in a snowstorm when I was probably 7, or younger than 7, actually. I'm 25 and a half now, when he was younger than 7. Yes. He got lost in a snowstorm and he disappeared, basically, yes. Basically he came back with a broken hip, and that was, a $400 bill we had to pay. Yeah, it is a really major hit to us, because we really love Tuffy a lot. I'm in a state of shock still. For the last year or so, we've really known that Tuffy's days are numbered because he's an old cat. He's a really old cat, and just drinking a Corona. Yes, I'm 25 and a half the last time. We really know his days are numbered, so he's really avoided everything. He's beaten every odds. Because for a cat, it was really never supposed to live, outside of, really never supposed to live much past his first years, because, like I said before, he got involved in a snowstorm and went missing for probably about a week and came back with a broken hip. So he's beaten every odd. So he's been outside his entire life. And, cats are very nice animals, and they really like to be clean. In the last, year or so, he's been having, piss and poop accidents, that kind of stuff. His kidneys are failing him, so we know that's probably what killed him. It's really not fair to the cat, because he's been, a really good member of our family. We were thinking in the last week or so we probably had to put him down. And unfortunately that didn't happen. So he passed in his sleep. Car going by, one sec. Yeah, so in the end he passed in his sleep. We didn't have to put him down because that would have been a really hard decision to make, because, I am not, whatever, I'm not going to get into politics, so I'm not going to get into pro-life or pro-choice, that kind of stuff, that's a whole different thing. I'm not getting into religion, but the point is, Tuffy was a great cat. He was a wonderful cat, not the most friendly cat for most of his life, mainly because we got him when he was 5 weeks old. He was taken away from the mother too early, and they technically lied about his age at the shelter, yeah, we got him from a really good shelter in Sudbury, Massachusetts. Tuffy had a great life. I mean, he had a wonderful life, and he was an indoor-outdoor cat for most of his life, despite the coyotes outside, the foxes outside. He was a great cat, and he really beat every odds, because for a cat that got lost in a snowstorm, for a cat that was really never supposed to live, past a couple years old because of the snowstorm situation, because he got lost for a week. He really beat every odds. It's really, really, surprising for a cat that really never was supposed to live past his first years. He beat every odds. But going back to what happened today, November 16th, 2016, is for the last probably year or so, we knew his days were numbered. So basically, actually for the last couple years, starting in about 2013, 2012, he started to drink a lot of water and started to pee or piss a lot. So, which is definitely a sign of usually kidney failure. And that's usually what gets most cats in the end. That's what got my best friend's cat, my best friend, who you may have actually seen in one of my videos a long time ago. If you watch my videos for a very long time, you will actually remember this person. His name is Matt. He's my best friend. So, yeah. So, if you watch my videos for a very, very long time, like back in 2011, you actually saw this person. So his cat died from kidney failure, and in the last couple of years, he's been drinking a lot of water, the cat, and he's been like peeing a lot. And not to get too gross, but his pee is getting kind of like muddy. So not to get too descriptive, big ass cigar for life. But his pee is getting kind of muddy, and that's a sign of kidney failure. The doctor, also the vet, said, well, not the doctor, the veterinarian said it could also be a sign of diabetes. So I was hoping it's just diabetes, and you know what, at this point, I mean, he's 16, 17, 18 years old. We're not going to put a 16, 17-year-old cat through dialysis. I think I made a video a long, long, long time ago about my dog when he passed away, Bear, who was my 14-and-a-half-year-old Shepherd Lab, and people really took offense to it. It's like, I showed Bear, with his tumor on the hip, and it's like, people are like, well, this is animal abuse. Why aren't you taking your dog or cat to the vet? The reason is because my dog was 14 and a half years old when he died. He was a Shepherd Lab. And it's like, we're not going to put a 14-and-a-half-year-old dog through surgery. It's an inhumane treatment. So it's like, why would you put a 14-and-a-half-year-old dog through surgery? That's not fair to the dog. It's like the dog is old enough. So it's different. See, it's different with when you get an animal it's different when you get an animal through, it's, brand new baby kitten, just brought home from the shelter. And yeah, I can understand treating that animal. That's why we spend $450 or whatever to fix Tuffy's broken hip. But, at a certain point, it's kind of like, a certain point, what I was going to say was, it's kind of like, with Tuffy, in the last couple of years, we could tell his kidneys were probably failing him. And also, probably, you sip my beer. Or burn 1 sec. And also, we could tell, he's really starting to break down. So, his life is starting to get shorter and shorter, and, he's starting to fail. So, anyway, that's probably what I wanted to say is, he had a great life. This video is almost 9 minutes long. But, in the last, couple of years, we could really tell his days were getting shorter and shorter. And today, I just happened to go into his little room in the bathroom downstairs, and I happened to find him dead. So, I just touched him, his body was cold, and he is dead. So, but we really knew this day was coming. I mean, and I don't want to get hate comments. I don't want to get hate comments from people saying, oh, you're, being inhumane to the cat by not taking it to the vet. This cat was almost 20 years old. I want to make that explicitly clear. This cat was almost 20 years old. So, it's like, this cat was not like a baby kitten who had a short life. I mean, with my cat Nikki, who got taken by the coyote, it was devastating because at a certain point, it's kind of like, it's kind of like at a certain point, that was devastating, and very unexpected. But it's kind of like at a certain point, Tuffy had an extremely long life, and we knew for this day was coming pretty soon. So anyway, in the last couple weeks, he's not been eating and drinking, so it's really sad. Anyway, big ass year of life by too long. So big ass year of life. Rest in peace, Tuffy.